Hello everyone and welcome to another video with my dad. Today we're going to be filming the fourth video in the Back to School at 51 series. As the semester is coming to a close, I'm just going to be asking my dad some questions about his first semester back at school and his plans in the fall. So you're almost done with your first semester at college. How do you think it went?
Well, I took 2 classes and I studied hard, and I think I'm going to do well in both. I'm doing pretty well going into the finals. Finals are in a couple of weeks.
So what were some of your favorite parts about the classes?
Let's see, I took a general psychology class, and that class, normally when you take general psychology, it's very basic, but I was lucky because I had Dr. Furpo teaching it, and she made it quite a bit more advanced. I think she put more responsibility on students to learn some of the basic things herself, and then she used the class time to give us more context outside of the course materials, so that was really great. And then the other class that I really liked quite a lot was abnormal psychology, where we got to learn all the disorders and what their diagnoses are and treatments. So that was really quite interesting.
So at CSM you were taking classes with people of a wide variety of ages. So what was that like, and were you able to make any friends in the classes?
It was really very good. I mean, that's one of the differences with community colleges. There's going to be people from all walks of life, and I did make friends from all age groups and variety of backgrounds. CSM is a very accepting environment, so you have a great variety and diversity of people, even people who have had PTSD before who were open talking about that. Somebody who had schizophrenia was in the class who was open to talk about that. Someone in the class admitted and talked about other disorders and friends that they have known with things, and so it was really great because there's nurses in the classroom, ex-military police officers, and so I did get to know several people and we'll be keeping in touch.
So as most of you probably know, he was taking classes at CSM. So what were your impressions of CSM? How did you like it?
Yeah, CSM, College of San Mateo, located in San Mateo Community College, and it was really very, very good. I was super impressed by it, and you know, I think a lot of people don't realize how great our community college system is in California, so I was really quite impressed with the classes I took there.
So in the last video, my dad talked about how he's going to NDNU in the fall, but he still has one more class to take in the summer. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm going to be attending NDNU in the fall, Notre Dame de Nemours, and I still have one class remaining that I need to take before starting, and I have a few different choices. I was hoping to take developmental psychology this summer, but when I went to register, it's waitlisted. So as a backup plan, I also signed up for social. As a backup plan, I also signed up for social psychology. So either one of those two will fulfill my requirements.
Well, let's hope you get off the waiting list.
Yeah, I really wanted to get a certain professor, Dr. Smith, who is teaching developmental, and if I get off the waiting list, that'll be great.
So you recently registered for classes at NDNU. So which classes are you going to be taking in the fall? Yeah,
so I went into NDNU and I met with them and talked about what I should take in the fall. And the challenge for me is because I work full time, you know, what's great about NDNU is they do offer evening and weekend classes, but I wasn't quite sure how much workload I can handle. So I did sign up for 7 units, which is 2 3-unit classes and a 1-unit class. And the classes I signed up for are psychopathology, which is offered Wednesday evenings, and that's essentially a more advanced version of the abnormal psychology class I've already taken. The other class I'm taking is called lifespan development. Again, it's a more advanced version of the development class I'm going to be taking this summer, and it's offered on Sundays. I think you have to go 3 Sundays during the semester all day. Something like 9 o'clock in the morning to 5:30, so those will be long days, but that's what you need to do to be able to get in 24 hours of class time. The final class I'm taking is a human sexuality class. It's only 1 unit, and so I just have to go for one Sunday.
So you said that you're going to be continuing to work full-time at 4Info. So how do you think you'll be able to balance going to school at NDNU and working at 4Info? Yeah, so
4Info is demanding. I'm the chief product officer, and I love working there. What was great is this past semester, currently I'm taking 2 classes per week, Tuesday and Thursday nights, and I've been able to handle that pretty well. And then in the fall, I'll only have 1 class in the evenings during the week, so it may actually feel a little bit lighter for me. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to continue to handle both.
So that's all I have for questions, but my dad and I have been thinking about maybe starting a show about psychology for my dad so that he can have his own show on YouTube, and I would be helping him with some editing and graphics and getting all of that set up. But what do you think the show would be like?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and there's several areas that I want to draw attention to and use YouTube as a possible way to do that. And one of them is there's a lot of stigma associated with psychological disorders, and I want to generate more awareness for the fact that there's a lot of people walking around who have disorders, and I want to try to help in any way I can to try to remove stigma. The second area that I'm quite interested in is the criminal justice system and its interaction with mental health. There are a lot of people in the criminal justice system who have had mental health problems or substance abuse problems. I want to try to add some color to some stories out there. I'll be doing some reading and bringing interesting stories to it. And then the third area, which will probably be my main area of clinical focus, is adolescence. And so I'll be talking about adolescence, and I'll be reading papers and articles and trying to bring those to people and try to make them digestible for the general public.
So if my dad does decide to start a show on YouTube, I'll be sure to let you all know on my channel. And if you have any topics or things that you might want to hear him talk about, then feel free to comment those down below. So we hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions for my dad, feel free to comment those down below, and you can also follow him on Instagram and Twitter. He is at Mallon. So be sure to follow him there, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video. Goodbye.